Good morning. This is Cher, Granny Grandma, and today I'm going to be cleaning this carriage. I call it a Cinderella carriage because that's what it reminds me of. Maybe it's just supposed to be princess, but I think it's beautiful. And it's made from Japan. Now, this is something that my husband actually was given when he helped clean out an estate for an elderly lady who had passed. She was into her 90s, and a very good friend of hers was actually putting the estate sale together, and he helped her wrap quite a few things. And anyway, for his help, she gave him this. But it's Japanese. It is not Noritake. And I will show you the bottom in a little bit, but it does say Japanese. It has a number on it. There's the princess in there. And notice that it has all these little nooks and crannies. Now, this had been sitting on the lady's shelf for quite a while, meaning over 30, 40 years. And so it does have some dust, a lot of dust, and it did have some marks in it. There still are some dirt marks, not marks, dirt marks. And to clean this, what I'm doing is just getting some Q-tips. I've dampened it, the ends, with vinegar. Let's see here. There we go. And as you see, I've already started on some of it. And I'm just going to be cleaning in between these little areas here. Now, this is perfect. The sculpture here is perfect. And I don't want to use anything larger. I don't even want to put my fingers in between these little areas here, because with porcelain, even though there are no cracks, etc. in it, the one thing you don't want to do is to put any kind of strain on it, because a little bit of strain on something this old could actually cause it to crack. So you want to be very, very careful. So I'm not going to use a sponge. I'm not going to use anything like that. I'm just going to use nothing but this little Q-tip, or a bunch of Q-tips. And yes, it is going to take a while. And yes, it is tedious. But if you want to keep it looking good, if you want to keep it in excellent shape, this is what you have to do. There's proof that it was dirtier than what it looked like. Whoops. Ew. Quite a bit of dust underneath the driver's feet. And that's how I clean tiny bits of porcelain with intricate designs. And after I finish this, I'll show you how I've wrapped it. Thanks for watching. Okay, our little set of horses here and our princess, or queen, is finished with their cleaning. And as you see, I've started a little bit right here of wrapping the horses. Now, whenever you have something like these horses, again, porcelain, these are very thin, as you can see. You want to be able to protect each of these little legs with something, because if it's going to get crushed, well, if it's going to get pushed in, you want something that's going to prevent it from being pushed in as much as you can. And there's no guarantee to it, but there are some precautions that you can take, of course. So, by the way, you can use something other than Q-tips for cleaning, but I personally prefer the Q-tips. Now, I've seen people use paint brushes to just brush with soft bristles to brush off the dust, and that works very well. I know that the kids over at Shed Flips also will use makeup brushes, and that's really good, but it's good for the loose dust. If you've got actual dirt on something, you're going to have a more in-depth cleaning. So, but anyway, and this lady who owned this piece previously was not a smoker. If she had been a smoker, oh my gosh, what a nightmare that would have been, because the smoke yellows, gets absolutely everywhere, and it's sticky. When you're trying to clean it, it even gets stickier. So anyway, what I'm going to do right now is to put some more. I rolled up some small bubble wrap, and what I'm going to do right now is to fill in these smaller areas like this and try to pad them so that I'll have something else to give it a little bit more stability, like so. And I will occasionally either use painter's tape. Well, painter's tape I always use if I know that some of it is going to stick to the painting, because other tapes will take off your painting sometimes, or your paint, I mean. Sometimes I can use, when I'm wrapping, I will use, what do you call that brown stuff? Tan stuff? Anyway, it's kind of a papery tape, and that sticks to the bubble wrap very well. And let me finish with these. We'll be back to you. Okay, we have most of this finished. I still have to, well, what I'm going to do is to double wrap the top here, and I will individually wrap the horses. Right now it kind of looks like they're all on a cloud, doesn't it? Oh, masking tape was the tape I was trying to think of earlier. That's what happens when you get past, 30. No, just kidding. It doesn't happen that early. You lose part of your vocabulary, but that's okay. You do get it back. I hope, they say. But anyway, I will be putting some more bubble wrap. I'll at least double wrap it here. And then the whole thing will get wrapped in large bubble wrap before it's actually put into a box. So, wanted you to see this. And yes, it is tedious work. Yes, it does take a while. Yes, the people who receive the item will have a lot of fun popping bubbles. And if you're looking for something to invest in, you know what? Bubble wrap just might be the thing right now. And we'll be back again in a second. I just remembered that I told you that I would show you the bottom of this, since it says made in Japan, and of course it's upside down. If I turn the camera the other way, I'm not going to do that. Anyway, there's a number on it. Production number, I'm sure. and it is now ready to get the big bubble treatment. That's a very scientific term, by the way. That looks like a crack inside, but it's not. It's actually dust that I missed, or dirt. Looks like a string of dirt or something. Yuck. Anyway, it will be wrapped with the bigger bubble wrap a few times, and that is not all. When we get ready to put it in a box for mailing, then the box will get treatment itself. I always pad the sides and make sure that there's no room for movement in the box, and that gives you an idea anyway of how I pack items with intricate pieces. Thanks again for watching. If you would, please be sure to give me a thumbs up. That means that you like this type of video. Subscribe. Tell your friends. If you don't like it, tell your enemies. And I do hope you share and do a comment. I love comments. If you have any other tips, by the way, on how to pack or clean items such as this, let me know. I appreciate hearing from you. Thanks again. Bye-bye.